The theme song. We don't have an intro anymore.
Ba, 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 ba.
Two kitchen tables and a microphone.
Oh man, let me open up my comments here. Make sure we're good to go on that front.
Are we live? I wouldn't have been singing.
It says live 22 seconds into the live. We got 5 viewers so far. Whoa, what up, 5? Oh, there you are. Look at those mugs on that camera, dude. That's fantastic. 2 good-looking dudes.
I don't know. You must be drinking. What's in that cup, man?
It's a little bit of vodka and Dr. Pepper.
Yeah, I think a lot. It must be a lot. You see 2 good-looking dudes. You're getting all excited.
That is true. That is true. You know how we do. Oh, well, hello, and we heard you singing from Denise. Look at that right there. Boom. Well, hello. And we heard
You're like the producer. You're like the MC. This is great. You got the board. You can bring up comments. I like it. I get to sit back and just chill.
That's it, man. I'll do all the back work. It's beautiful.
Okay. I'm here. Let me know when you need me.
Hey, also, I will need you to probably be on the Facebook page a little bit because these other comments, they haven't signed up yet. So I'm just getting Facebook users.
Okay.
So I'm not sure who's doing that part of it. Denise, how you doing? Good to see you. I'm so glad you're watching. I know you and Rick are probably watching together down there in that beautiful weather in South Carolina, but thanks for joining.
Hi guys, it's Kimberly. Hi, Kimberly.
Oh, Kimberly, good evening. How are you? Good to see you.
So we're back. 2 kitchen tables and a microphone is back.
Yeah, dude.
Trying it a different way now since I can't be around Shane and Shane can't be around me.
I know. We got to stay clear of each other.
Social distancing.
Yeah, exactly.
So this is working. It worked last week. And here we are again.
Here we are again. Another episode of 2 kitchen tables and a microphone. It just, to be honest with you, John, as you know, we become fast friends over a short amount of time, and it's always good just to see your face, man. It's always good. Always is.
I like it. Thank you. I took a shower just for you.
I know. You look all done up nice, man. Look at you, hair combed over and everything.
I get a haircut once a week. You know that. I don't know.
You do.
But, it's been for me, this is ages. It's ages. Once a week I get a haircut.
You feel like you have like an afro right now? Like are you feeling a little weird?
Yeah, this is haven't had this much hair on my head like oh my god. It's been a long time, but
oh man. Hey, here's a nice comment coming to you. Look at this one. Check this one out.
Oh, the hot cocoa cookies. Oh, those are great. Thanks.
Yeah, buddy. A hot cocoa Bethany. Cookie fan. Who was that?
Bethany.
Oh, Bethany. Good to see you.
Yeah.
I think Bethany was the one that posted a picture of her Boston event shirt the other day. That was great. That was fantastic. That was
2018. So that was
can you believe 2 years?
Yeah.
That's crazy, man.
I think we just started selling the tickets and booking the hotel.
Yeah.
Like last week at this time 2 years ago. So
that's right, because it was in August, right? It was in August. Yeah, that's right.
We're coming up on the 1 year anniversary of Arizona, which would be May 4th coming up.
Wow, man, that's crazy. Time's flying, man. Time's flying. Lori White with a hi, guys. This is nice, man. I like this. These comments are starting to roll in a little bit. Yeah, so John and I were sitting and talking before we were able to fire off the 2 kitchen tables here, and one of the things that we were discussing, just kind of rapping about things, and like we usually do before we get on these things to record, was some topics to cover. And one of the big things we wanted to be able to go over was around while we're in quarantine, or while we are, just like this question here says, how are you doing during quarantine? Was some of the things and the ways that we cope with what's going on, right? Food wise, doing all this different stuff. Who's that? Domenica says, "Hey, stud." Oh, she's talking to me. Hey, Domenica, what's up?
It's gotta be you. It might be me because I haven't showered in a while, so she might be like, "Wow, look at my husband. He got cleaned up."
Well, the little photo down there shows the 2 of you guys on a romantic evening. You see that right there? And then it says, "Nope, I'm talking to Shane."
Of course. But of course.
No, so we're talking about everything, man. We're just talking about the fact that I was sharing a little bit on how much of a struggle it is while we're stuck indoors, stuck in our houses and whatever else. If you're at home and you're not essential, or even if you're essential, of being able to still fight through all of the crap that's going on out there and stay on track and stay on the right path and not eat my feelings, man. You know what I mean?
I've been really dealing with a lot of mental stuff. Like I've been really down in the dumps, man. It's really hard. This has been difficult, and I don't consider myself an essential worker, but I have been working. My work is considered essential. When you say essential worker, I'm thinking police, fire,
right?
People who work in a hospital, all that stuff. You don't think construction, but I've been working through this. I had 2 weeks off. It's definitely different, working during this.
Yeah.
But I'd rather be at home. I mean, we need the money, we need the paycheck, but I feel unsafe. You try and you follow all the precautions. You wear gloves and masks, and you distance yourself from people, but it's scary.
Yeah, it is. I think I was telling you the story about me, and anxiety kicks in. Even if I go to the grocery store, like today, Chrystal and I went to the thing, and they've got the spots now at the grocery store where you got to stand 6 feet, you got to stand way in between, apart from each other.
Mm-hmm.
So as we're going through and I'm just picking stuff up, I'm literally freaking out in my mind over the stuff that I'm picking up that I know has been touched by 25 other people. And then also I got people that are just like going the wrong way down the aisles, right? It says one way this way, and they're going down the other way. I'm looking at them like, listen here, pal, you're going down the wrong way.
Oh, the arrows. I mean, I'll be honest with you. And I get nervous. Like I'm in the supermarket, right? I got the mask on. I got the gloves on. I'm trying to stay away from people. Then I got these arrows I got to follow. I start panicking. Like, oh shit, I'm going the wrong way.
Exactly.
People. I don't think people do it on purpose. I think people it's just uncomfortable. It's like so uncomfortable.
Right. And everybody's walking like this. They're all like everybody's really staying skinny like this, trying to be able to get through the aisles too.
Oh yeah. Yeah. But
I get freaked out over the whole thing, man. I'm just in a weird place. And so I'm like you, man. I'm in a place where I feel like I'm leaning in on the podcast and some of the positivity that I'm trying to bring to the table, but I'm also a realist to know that it sucks, dude. It sucks just being boxed in. I'm a social guy. I like to be out and about. I like to whatever. I know you and I have talked about it before that naturally you're kind of a introvert, right? You like to kind of be in, but I mean, you're social. But it's one of those things of I'm the opposite where I'm like, hey, what's going on? Let's go. But on the same token, I'm like, I can't do that. I can't. I'm stuck. You know what I mean? It's tough.
Yeah, I'm really struggling with it. Even though I consider myself a homebody and I like to stay home and everything.
Yeah,
it's been really difficult.
Yeah. And are you finding? So how are you coping with that? So if it's difficult for your mind, right, your brain, because I know for me, my go-to always is food, man. It just is. It always is. It always will be. I can try to say that it's not going to be, but my go-to is always diving into something. How are you coping, man? If you're struggling up here, what are you doing right now to cope?
Sometimes I eat my feelings. Definitely. Yeah. I was doing pretty good at the start of all this, and then when my fight got pushed to a later date, I kind of said, and I started eating a little bad because I was like, I got time now, so I can eat my feelings. But it's kind of been a downward spiral, trying to get back into the groove. I've been like, I don't know, I've been kind of sad. Like it's hard for me to post recipes because I don't like going food shopping.
Right.
So I don't have like all these ingredients that I normally would cook with at my disposal. And then it's hard for me to like, hey, here's this great new recipe, guys. When I know people are struggling just to get bread, the essentials, toilet paper, bottled water, and here I am making this like crazy concoction. So I've kind of shied away.
Guilty? You feel guilty or?
No, it's just, it doesn't feel natural to me. It's hard for me I haven't really been in the kitchen cook. I tried to today. I got home from work early and I said, I'm going to whip up a new recipe. Let me see what I got. So I'm going through the kitchen. I found some stuff. I have all the pots and pans out. I got this idea in my head and I just said, I can't do it.
No.
I don't know. It just doesn't feel right to me.
Interesting. I would almost feel like with the things that you do and the way that you cook and the things that you do in the kitchen, which I've always told you totally, completely inspire me, whenever you're in there, because maybe I'm not even following your recipe, but I'm in the kitchen, right? So when you're in the kitchen, it causes me to go in and throw some stuff in there and do whatever I have to do. It's interesting because I would almost lean in on the fact that you're making stuff for people to be able to survive and cope with things, right? To be able to get in the kitchen and do those things. Because most people, to be honest with you, are probably either stuck on the couch watching the news, watching all the negativity, everything else that goes on, binging Netflix and sitting on there just like, I don't even know what else to do right now. Those kind of things. What? Right.
That's what I've been doing, man. I've been so quiet and just I haven't been myself, honestly. It's really it's taken a toll on me. I'm having a hard time. Being out of the gym, even though I'm being physically active at home with Domenica. We will work out, and she'll drag me out there for like a quick run or something, and we'll box together in the yard. But it's just not the same. It's not the same.
Well, I agree with you 100%, man. Even when I've got the little adjustable dumbbells at home, and then Chrystal and I would go for walks, and I'll go for, every night we go for a walk, like after dinner or something like that, just to get out of the house, get some fresh air. I got to tell you, man, it's nothing like going to the gym. It just isn't. Just because it's just different endorphins. It's different, the ways of doing things, the way you can really pump hard and do everything you got to do. My son's the same way. He's battling with the same stuff because he's been lifting hard with the football team, and he can't do it right now. Like, he can't lift the big squats and the big stuff like that.
Well, even if you're a part of a community, like a boot camp or a small gym, or maybe you have a small group that you train with a personal trainer, a boxing gym where we have a community there. It's those people become part of your family. They cheer you on. They kind of lift you up. They help you. You're missing that whole aspect now,
right?
You kind of on your own.
I agree, man. I think a lot of people are missing a lot of that stuff. But to your point, though, that's what we got to find. We got to find something within the confines of what we're faced with right now to find an outlet. I feel, anyway, to at least get some, like, a small normalcy. But to your point, though, John, it's okay not to be okay, man. Like, literally, it's okay to just go, hey, you know what? This sucks, man. I'm just not feeling it right now. You know what I mean? Because I always try to put on a smile. But there's days where I'm like, I can't do it, man. I'm like, literally, like, I need a break. I'm stepping away either from social media or stepping away from whatever. I'm just going to go and, just curb myself, put myself in a little room and do whatever I got to do to be able to cope with it. But it's natural to feel that way. And I think people need to hear that sometimes, man, that it's okay to be that way.
So I don't know if you saw the comment. I'm just kind of catch up. Yeah. Vicky Ross Malone says, it feels like an episode of Chopped every night. That's really what it feels like. When you go in the kitchen, you're like, all right, what am I whipping up? What do we have to work with here? And it's like Chopped. It's like, all right, I got, Philly whipped cream cheese, a loaf of bread, ground chicken. What can I do? And you whip something up.
Oh, I love it, man. Tony sent me this. What's that?
I said a couple of eggs.
A couple of eggs, couple of things to throw in there, whatever. Yeah. What are you going to do with this gooey duck? What are you going to do with this? What? What is that?
Yeah.
Tony Little sent me a thing earlier this evening, and I was looking at it, and he was saying, hey, listen, if you ever get a chance to pick this up, man, I got to read it to you because it's a cheese that he bought, right? So a cheese that he bought, and he was telling me that he put it on the top of some steak tonight or whatever. But the cheese itself, get this, man, it's called Yancey Fancy's horseradish and smoked bacon, many aged year cheddar cheese.
Oh, all right.
Whoa.
That's definitely steak cheese.
I was like, that's definitely a steak cheese. But yeah. I was like, dude, I don't know what you couldn't go wrong with something like that. See, I could see you whipping some magic up with that stuff, man, with that aged cheddar cheese.
Sounds like something I named. It's like right out of my playbook.
That is true, man. That is true.
My wife always yells at me every time I name a recipe because I just I'll be like wicked big, and then I name every ingredient in it, apple whiskey cake with brownies or something, and she's like, what is that? That isn't the name of a recipe.
You should put some funny names on your stuff, man. But you pretty much just call it like it is. Hot cocoa donuts or whatever it is.
So, there's been this phenomenon about, I don't know if you guys have been seeing this on social media. I know that you have been on social media a lot, Shan. I haven't been as much, but this whole whipped coffee thing.
Oh yeah, I've seen it.
Have you tried it yet?
Chrystal and Gavin did it about a week ago. I did not. I'm a big anti-instant coffee guy. I don't know why.
This was pretty cool. So she did it tonight. It's more of a dessert, you know. Is it? Yeah. She did it a couple days ago, and she did it tonight. So this is what my plan was. After I had it, I go, you know what? I'm gonna make a whoopie pie, and we're gonna do the whipped coffee for the filling.
Oh, dude.
I was all set and ready to go tonight and do it, and I was like, I lost my inspiration.
When do you think you're gonna find that back, man? When do you feel like that's gonna come back?
I had everything out on the counter. I'm ready to go, and I'm just.
You gotta have a little mini Shane on your shoulder, going, John, let's go, let's do this, let's go. That's what you need to do.
Oh, peanut butter whiskey! I heard about that. That's another one of the comments from Vicky.
Yeah, that was Tony showed it last week on the live,
right?
And I've got a bottle of it in my cabinet. It's really sweet. It's almost like you ever have B&B? You ever drink a B&B?
I don't think so.
It's like Benedictine and bourbon or some kind of weird stuff or whatever, but it's a liqueur for like after dinner, and that's what this reminds me of. Like after you get done eating, you just put it on the rocks.
Okay,
it's a sipper, man. It's a really sweet, thick kind of stuff, but it's good though. I enjoyed it, man. It's good. Yep.
Interesting.
Oh, then Tony just said he's having some right now. Look at that. I'm having some right now.
So, all right. So what are you doing, Shane? How are you coping with everything? Are you eating your feelings like me, or?
Yeah, I sometimes, you know, I've gone through waves, man. I've gone up and down. So I started off really strong when this whole thing went down. And so I've been on lockdown at home almost 7 weeks now, man, almost 6.5, 7 weeks. So it's been a long time for me. So when I first started, I was good to go. I was eating right, had everything good to go. And then about, I'd say like 3 weeks in, man, I started to, much like you, man, I started to get in my head. I was anxiety. I was waking up at like 3 o'clock in the morning. I couldn't sleep. I was like, head was going crazy. I was like anxiety and felt anxious and whatever else. And I was nervous because I was like, I can't sleep right now. So on top of the nerves and everything else going on, now I can't sleep. And so whenever I'm bored, I usually eat when I'm bored. And then I got feelings about stuff. So it was a spiral. And then Tony was great to be able to reach out to me. Tony Little was great, man, because we just chat back and forth a little bit. And I was telling him, I said, I'm struggling, man. And he was like, let's do it together, man. Let's go. We kind of took the whole tracking piece of it, but we incorporated more of the low carb, right? Low carb aspect of things, and started to incorporate some of that stuff. So I feel like I'm back on track with that, but it's really hard because here's the other thing. In my house, remember we talk about on 2 kitchen tables all the time, I've got to set my house up right for me to be successful. So I got to have not a lot of that crazy stuff that goes on, the snacks, the chocolates, the sweets, and everything else. That's not happening right now because, you know, Gavin's home all the time. My son, my wife's home. She bakes. She does all this different stuff. We're making banana breads for people around the neighborhood. All kinds of stuff is going on in the house where there's so much like crazy good stuff going on in the house that it's really hard not to be able to just go, I want to put my face right in that banana bread and eat everything about that. You know what I mean?
Well, you can make one of my banana breads and you'd be okay.
Right. Exactly. I could be doing what you do and making an alternate piece of it, but I just haven't been, man. And I was sharing with somebody the other day. We bought muffins for Gavin in the morning. You know, the big muffins that you get from the grocery store, the big ones or whatever. And so we got them home, and they had the calorie counts on the bottom of it. I was absolutely floored.
Muffins are crazy. It's funny. I remember. So lots of times on the construction site, we'll buy coffee and donuts for the guys, the crew. You know.
Yep.
And one of the guys was trying to be healthy. You know.
Yep.
He's watching it. So he goes, nah, just get me a muffin. And I'm like, you're better off with a donut, to be honest with you. You know how much worse the calories and the fat and the sugar in that muffin that you're going to eat that you think you're being healthy? You're better off just eating the donut, honestly. No, get me a muffin. The muffin is so much worse.
You would think it's not, though, for some reason. Maybe because it's more of a baked product or whatever, or it doesn't seem greasy or whatever. Dude, it's like 1,000 calories in like one muffin, like 800 to 1,000 calories in one.
The ones you're talking about, those big ones that you get at the bakery at the supermarket, they're the worst.
They are. I didn't even know it. Like we got it home, and of course Gavin, he's this little machine, man. He's he's lifting weights, and he's like skinny as a rail, but he's got building some muscle, and he can eat anything, man. The kid eats the whole house. I mean, it's great. But for him, they're fine. Like he eats some of the chocolate ones and the banana nut ones or whatever. And I just looked at one of them and I said, Chrystal was even like, I want to try one. The wife, she was like, I want to try one. Nope. She was like, I'm not doing that. I'm not going to sacrifice all my calories in for just that. I mean, she eats pretty much where she's at, but let's see. Aaron Brownell says, I'm not eating my feelings. I'm drinking mine. Oh yeah. That's another thing.
Yeah. It's really hard in this time to like tell people to, hey, track your points or, or watch what you're eating. It's just everyone's in such a weird place. So many of us, like myself, I know a lot of us are creatures of habit.
Yeah.
And when I get out of my routine, I really go off the rails with everything because you get so used to like doing everything a certain way and having that routine, whether it's food prep or your exercise routine or just your regular daily routine where you wake up and you go to work. It's like everything is just crazy right now.
Right.
It's so difficult to navigate. And then on top of that, track your, macros or your points or whatever you're doing. It's just a really strange time.
You remember Sophie, right? Tracking is the new black. Yeah. So I got a message from her last week, and she said, "Hey, would you like to pop on to my virtual?" Because she's now working for Weight Watchers and some other stuff that goes on. So she says, "Would you like to pop into a virtual meeting of mine?" And I said, "Sure, I'll check it out." What was interesting about when I was on there is everybody that was in the room, everybody that was like, there was a good 70 people all in the room, and they're all got their faces on the Zoom call. Everybody in the room was saying the same exact thing about the fact of, I want to stay on track, but I almost feel like I feel not guilty, but I'm like, why do I have to focus on that right now when I got bigger and things to worry about right now? Yeah. Like I just not a priority. So they have to reprioritize that. It's strange, man. I was like listening to it going, it's so true though. I think that's how we all feel. Really?
Yeah. I feel like it's just, everything's so heavy right now. It's hard to,
right.
That's why it's been so difficult for me to get on Instagram or get on the Mud Hustler page and I'll send out a newsletter. I don't have the inspiration. I don't have like I said, I don't have the ingredients. That's another thing I don't have. So It's like, I don't want to go to the supermarket and like risk my life. I know this may sound absurd, but to me, it's like, I don't want to bring something home to my family, to go get sugar-free Jell-O, pudding, instant pudding. I just can't do it.
Yeah. Oh, my wife's telling me that I need to eat her vegan chocolate cake.
Are you still a vegan? What's going on?
No, I'm not. She is. She's full bore, man. She hasn't stopped. Tonight I put some steaks on the grill for Gavin and I put some of the little Beyond sausages or bratwurst or whatever, the plant-based ones from my wife. I put a couple of those on the grill for her. So she had those and we had a couple steaks and some coleslaw. It was pretty great.
Yeah. Well, I
stepped away.
I applaud anyone. I see Denise is talking about Laurie Kearns. Anyone who can, maintain their schedule and do their thing, that's great. For me, it's been so difficult.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm part of a little chat room and Lori's part of it. And she's been sharing how much she's still continuing to run. This week or whatever was supposed to be like races they were going to, half marathons all around the country, Denise and Rick and everybody. And they're still staying with it, man. They're still continuing to focus on it. And that inspires me because I'm like, man, I'm not doing the same, but they're staying focused to their goals, man. So kudos. Like you said, that's inspiring at a time like right now when it is as heavy as it is, man. So that's pretty great.
So what do you do? Like, how do you handle this? If you're that type of person, then I guess you're okay. If you're a type of person like myself who's struggling, like, you're just going to say it's okay.
Well, right. I mean, at the end of the day, it is okay to feel this way. I think here's the thing, man, on the back end, I think the problem is that we get in a place where we start to feel guilty. We start to hit that spiral of, okay, well, if I've already given up, I've already kind of like, it already stinks kind of, oh, who's coming in? Who's stopping in over there?
My wife is doing a dance.
Domenica, like seriously?
Yeah. She's trying to catch me off guard.
I was trying to get him. That's all.
You can come on camera.
Oh, man. I
What
love
you
it.
reading?
Hi, Domenica.
Hi. Can I just say, if you're having a hard time exercising,
Get on the
right
camera
now,
if you're going to
I
speak.
don't really want to. I was just laying down.
Nope. I don't see your face. Get in here.
Bring it in. Bring it in.
She's sticking her ass in there.
I'm going to say what I always say. Stop pushing my head
Get
down
in the
on
camera.
That's awful.
There you go. There you are.
I always say, which is, you can't think about it at all.
Yeah.
Like whatever your mode of exercise is, if you run, you just literally have to put your sneakers on and go outside. And don't even just say, I'm going to go walk to the mailbox. Like you have to just, you can't think about it. I did it today. You cannot think about it.
Right.
Or the other trick, he doesn't want to be helped by me, so I'm not going to help him. But
what are you
I want to
talking
hear
about?
it, Domenica. Bring it on. Let's go.
is, you got to write it. You have to tell someone and write it down. So I said, I did 50. I'm going to do 50 pull-ups and 50 push-ups. I did that 2 days in a row. And I ripped my hands. So I'm like, I'll do 75 burpees in my group. I have this little group online. Had I not written that down and like told other people I was going to do it, I would never have done it. I was exhausted. But if you write it down,
no, you've been great. But have you not been struggling with the food aspect?
Yeah.
I'm
eating like I'm being executed.
So the exercise piece, but that's good feedback though, Domenica, because listen, just do it. Like seriously, that's my wife keeps telling me, because she goes for runs. She's like, I don't want to do this right now. Seriously, with everything that's going on, I don't want to do any of it. She just goes, I'm gone. I'm out. She goes 3-4 miles. She comes back and she feels 10 times better after she's done. But she's just like, I still didn't really want to do it, but I know that I've got to do it.
If you're feeling like I don't want to do, I found this awesome site called Mr. and Mrs. Muscle on YouTube, all one word. And they do all their workouts 10 minutes. Sometimes if I don't want to do anything, and they're good, I'll put on one of their workouts. And then once you do that for 10 minutes, then you're ready to work. Like even if you say, I'm just going to do this. And even if you just do 10 minutes, do it, because let's face it, super hard to stay on track right now with food. The only reason I'm not gaining a shit ton of weight is because I'm exercising so much.
Right.
What else are you going to do? So
right.
That's all.
That's good feedback.
Yeah. I tried to tell John that, but he doesn't want to hear it.
What are you talking about? What are you talking about?
Oh man, I love it. It's good to see her. That's awesome.
I see her every day.
You don't
I know. I don't get it. I don't get that opportunity. Let's see here. I'm doing YouTube videos with Leslie Sansone. I just get up and go. Who was that said that, John, on Facebook? Did you see who the person was?
Nope. I don't know what you're talking about.
Okay.
Oh, get up and go. Vicky.
Oh, Vicky, nice.
Yep. Shopping and didn't buy one bad snack.
She's talking about all the great stuff that she did. So let's
Are you kidding?
No, I'm giving you a round of applause.
He was saying great job.
I'm being honest.
I'm trying to be helpful. I didn't buy any snacks today.
Yes.
You did great.
Yes. Good job, babe. Very good. How was it waiting in line? Doesn't it suck? Isn't it a horrible experience going food shopping?
Awful.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty bad. Hey, you got a question coming from Tony down there that says we have a squirrel update. Any squirrel update?
Listen, we need to get an exterminator in here because this guy is getting in and out of the trap.
Is he back?
Yeah. He'll take a few days off and then he comes back.
Oh my God.
Yeah. So,
dude.
Now he goes in the trap. This guy's eating like a king. He goes in the squirrel trap. This is a big trap.
Yeah. He goes in it?
He goes in it. He eats all the peanut butter and the nuts and everything that's in there. And he shits all over the trap. Like his ass is on the, he goes past the trigger, eats everything, takes a shit over there and then leaves. And the door never shuts.
Oh my God. Dude. You have a sneaky squirrel, man. You got a crazy one.
Yeah. I don't know. Whatever. Maybe he has friends. I don't know. Maybe they're doing something like.
So the other squirrel is walking over going, I got you, man. I got you. I'm going to hold it up. Go.
Hold his feet. I don't know. So, whatever.
It's like Mission Impossible. He's dropping the squirrel.
Crystal's asking if I set the trap right. It is set right. If you tap that plate, that thing comes down like a son of a gun.
I like this comment right here. Put the peanut butter whiskey in there, then you'll get them.
I'm thinking about maybe, getting him ready for I'm going to stay away from that. Never mind.
No,
I was going to make a comment about bleach, but we won't go there.
No, we don't want to go there. No, or a stick of dynamite, right? Or a stick of dynamite or something. I don't know. Listen,
All right,
those things can be painful, man. Those things are pretty tough. Tony, look what you did, man. You brought up the bad seed of squirrel apocalypse going on over there still. Let's see here. Oh, Vicky said that those videos on YouTube are 15 to 20 minute videos. So that's a good tip. YouTube videos with Leslie Sanzone. That's what she was recommending right up here. There you go. Right there, Leslie Sanzone. And then Tony said he and Tiff have been doing couples yoga.
Oh, I know what that's about.
Whoa. Tony, Tiff, like seriously? This is a PG rated show, pals.
Guys, you're on the wrong, place for that.
Yeah.
Hear about your hot yoga.
Oh my God, that's too funny. Yeah, so I'm like Domenica though, to be honest with you, man. I don't think I'm eating perfectly. I'm eating my feelings, but what I am doing is, thanks to my wife, like every night she's been like, listen, get up off your ass, let's go. We need to go for a walk. We need to go out and get some exercise. We actually found, it was funny, man. We did these little we painted these rocks with all these little phrases on them all around the neighborhood. So we go walking all over the place and plant those everywhere. And all these people go and see them, man. That's what we've been doing, man. It's been making smiles all over the neighborhood.
See, man, I'm just the opposite. I'm the one that's doing nothing productive during this whole pandemic. You're out there painting rocks.
We're painting rocks.
And I'm like a big, useless lug. That's all I am.
You weren't a useless lug yesterday when you sent me the video of you boxing on the bag out there.
No, I mean, you're like giving back. You're like doing great. You're creating and bringing happiness to people. I'm like,
give me happiness.
I've watched everything there is possibly to watch on Netflix, on Hulu, on like everything. There is nothing else. I've seen it all. I'm ready to just start watching things again.
Did you have watched the Tiger King, haven't you?
Of course,
dude. That was a crazy ass show, man. I mean, like literally, Chrystal and I watched it in one day, bro. One day.
It's just a car crash,
That's all it is. And we didn't stop. We sat there and like almost midday and watched it all the way until past her bedtime, man. It was insane. Let's see. Having support is key. I've been going on Connect and NFL Land and my private WW Facebook page for support. That's awesome.
Yeah, I haven't been on Connect since I think almost the start of all this.
Really?
Yeah, because I don't go on there a lot, but I typically go. I'm not, like I said, I'm not posting a lot. You don't see me a lot on NFL Land. I'm not posting a lot on Facebook.
I know. We need your face, man. We need your face. You need to think of all these people that are looking to you for some, hey, man, tell us another recipe. Have some fun with it. Even if you put your ugly mug right on the screen and just go, hey, man, I'm here. I'm struggling.
It's just what people need.
Yes, that's exactly what we need, man. But you got to be post-shower like you are right now, man. Nice and clean looking. The coif over with the nice hair, man. You got it going on. It's beautiful. Yeah, it's beautiful, man. All that hair, dude. You should keep it, man. You should keep it going. I'm jealous. That's why. I mean, look at this nonsense.
The problem is, I'm usually, how I usually keep it pretty tight on the sides and the back, with the fade, and
you do.
You don't see all the grays. Now it's like,
oh, you got some grays showing, man.
Some grays.
Yeah. I colored this up the other day, man. I did. Remember I told you I was going all gray at one time, but I needed to, man. I told Chrystal, I said, I just don't feel like myself right now. So I added a little bit of the color in here, man. So I feel pretty good right now with the way the facial hair is going. So I'm just sharing.
Did you use the same paint you used for the rocks?
No, because then that would be bright pink and purple and unicorn colors, man. It's what that would be, even though that would be pretty awesome. All right, let's see here. We need more mud, Tony says. I agree with that. Let's see. Yeah. And of course, I love the eggplant lasagna. You got a person voting for the eggplant lasagna.
Yeah, that's a great recipe.
It is, man.
But like I said, it's been an issue for me, like throwing recipes up.
Yeah.
Be on the lookout. I'm gonna do the whipped coffee whoopie pies. It'll be low macros, low points, low carbs.
John, I even with this here, even on this recording, I know for both of us that are struggling mentally at times, these things help us no matter what anyway. So even if we get on here, we don't really want to get on here sometimes. Like literally, I'm like, oh man, I got to talk about stuff to struggle or trying to be. Listen, I love getting on here because I love being around you and talking to you, but also all the people that are here supporting us right now, popping on here to converse with us and talk with us and look to us for some, just some funniness or some inspiration or whatever, man. So I feel like if you get back at it, even if you give yourself small goals, you can do it, man. Get back out there and start giving us some recipes. We need your face.
Oh, you're talking to me?
Yeah, I'm talking to you.
That was me. That was you were being positive for me. Thank you.
Yes, you're welcome.
I needed that pep talk. Thanks, Shane.
All right, let's see. Seriously, that's why I'm here. I have 2 celebrities talking to me. Who's that person? Who is that? Do you know? 2 celebrities. Oh boy.
It's Vicky.
Vicky, nice. We got to get Vicky to sign up for the whole give permissions, man. I want to see her name when it pops up here in her little thing. Shane, bald is beautiful. I agree, Tony. It is. Bald is beautiful. Tony says we need this. Yeah, I agree. It gives people something different than what we've been doing. 6 weeks of just being home doing the same thing, even if it is just us on here talking about some BS and whatever else. It's just something different. It's an outlet. I agree.
Well, it's people are finding new ways to connect. So the Zoom has been great. We
have you done any family Zooms, John?
Yeah, we did. Domenica does Zoom like once a day with her friends, but we did an Easter Zoom with Domenica's side of the family, and it was pretty fun.
That's awesome.
It's not the same. It's not the same, but it's like it's pretty cool. It's there's a lot of laughs when your mother-in-law is like, it's like this. How does this work?
What?
Do you see me? Hello?
It's so true, man. It's so true. My stepmother, she'll go and like the angle is always like way down here, and all you see is like up the nose, like up here, and I'm like, no, bring it up here. What do you think?
Yeah. It's like when you turn your camera on and it's on like the camera's facing you, and you're like, whoa.
Oh man, I will tell you, I had a couple friends reach out to me from the local area here in Portland, and we used to always go out and do volunteering and stuff like that. So we haven't been able to do anything. And so one of the girls in there created a Zoom and then did a board game thing, like a Pictionary night. And so you go on and you have your phone as your draw. You draw whatever it is on your phone, and then it shows up on the screen, and it's pretty cool, man. It was pretty awesome. It's just something different, Let's see. We all have ups and downs. Right now, a lot of downs. But right now, we have to give ourselves grace to just survive. I love that. That's so true. Give yourself grace. It's okay not to be okay sometimes. Let's see. I love all the dessert recipes. My ice cream diet isn't cutting it.
Yeah, Nancy's my friend. She lives a few blocks away.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
So she's like, deliver some.
Well, her husband dropped me off some beer the other day. He's like, sent me a message like, hey, check your doorstep. And I was like, oh, that's so cool. So we had, it was like a virtual cheers, but that was really, so I owe them. So maybe I will drop a surprise off for him.
Hey, Tony, I like that recommendation. Maybe the Marco Polo that you and I are on, I'm gonna get John in on there, because we'll get him on some other things to have little daily, hey, what's up, dude? How you doing? But you're not good with that stuff.
I'm terrible with Marco Polo. You know that.
I know. I try to all the time. It'll be like 7 messages in a row from Shane, and then all of a sudden I'll go, Marco. And I'm like, I'm not playing. I'm out of the pool. Ashley, thanks so much for that. You guys are awesome for getting on. Even if you're struggling, it's great. I appreciate that. Yeah, it helps me. I know that. I'm doing it selfishly because I don't get a lot of chances to hang out with my buddy. So this is great. Let's see here. Have you guys seen some of the Zoom fails? I've seen the 2 things that they're doing right now where they rate celebrities' backgrounds. So whatever's going on in their house, they're saying, are they doing whatever they're doing for their backgrounds on the Zoom things? And I've seen all the fails where people get up with their underwear on, or they get up and the dog jumps all over the place, or the cats. Yeah, I've seen all those. This is pretty funny. Let's see here. Tony Little says, hi, Tiff. Hi from California. Who's that from California?
Hold on. I don't know. Where are we?
I got
Linda from Facebook, from No Finish Line Nation.
Oh, nice, Linda. Hi, how you doing? Good to see you. And then Deb,
Hey,
we
Deb.
do need it, and you're real. Not telling everyone things are perfect. We are struggling big time, and it's okay.
Talking to me, not you.
What's? Oh, sorry. Go ahead. Go ahead. Why don't you read that for us?
I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. That was
She's
directed
talking to me. You mind your business.
That was directed to me.
No, I agree, Deb. I agree, Deb. It's okay not to be okay. That's been my mantra for like the last few weeks, because it is. You got to be able to just almost like navigate your feelings and just kind of go through it and accept it and see where we're at, but also know that sometime or another we're going to have to right size it to get things back. But just right now may not be that time for you. But some people are, like Lori Kearns and Denise and Rick and all these people and my wife. They're out there trucking, man. They're still staying focused, man. It's great. Marco Polo. I like that. I like how they imitated your Marco.
Yeah, that was Tiffany.
Oh, nice. All right, let's see here. Denise agrees with Deb. And then last one that we have on our comment feed is this person that says me. I don't know who me is, but Tiffany probably.
No, that was Linda. When you were like,
nice.
who's saying hi from California?
Oh, gotcha. Okay. Well, listen, man, we're coming up on 40 minutes here on this podcast here. What's that?
Time flies.
It does, man. It does when you're hanging out with good people, man. That's when it flies.
Yeah.
But we're gonna try to. I mean, if time permits, we're gonna try to keep on doing this every Friday, just if we're able to. Like when we start getting back to normal, if John's in the gym or I got stuff going on, we'll try to be able to navigate and see how that looks. But I love this format. Oh, by the way, we did have a question. Remember, John, we were going to ask this. Okay, one real quick thing to get a poll from you guys. All right, so if we sneak our faces down like this, and you guys see the brands behind us, we got donuts behind us. Hold on, let me get rid of that comment real quick. All right, so we hide the comment. There's donuts back there. I picked that for John because I thought that was really cool with the donuts. Well, and then we got other stuff. Ready?
It goes with our logo too, but
it does.
Let's see something else.
Okay, this is the space one. I got this gold, crazy, swirly space one. Yes,
Captain's log.
What's that?
I said Captain's log. I feel like Picard. Actually, you'd be Picard.
Captain James T. Kirk. I like it. Here we go. We're in a coffee shop right here. You really can't see the coffee shop, but this was just us sitting around having coffee. It'd be great.
Or do you like it the other way when it's just us?
Yeah. So these are the backgrounds. Do you like it this way? Or do you like it this way where I feel like my buddy's right over here? Oh, other arm. My buddy's right over here. I got my arm around him. We're in the same room. What's up with the DOG? See?
What's up, dude? We're Siamese. We're connected. We're Siamese.
We need some votes. Let me see if I get any comments coming in. Let's see. Bring the scotch. Tony says, bring the scotch. Full face. Denise says she likes the big screen. We did too. I think it's good. Bigger beards are better. That's another one says. I like it. I like that very much.
No background. Yeah.
Chrystal says no background. Okay, guys, we have our votes then.
That was my vote all along.
It was. He voted that. He said, I think this is good. I said, yeah, I think it's better. Like we're in the same room with each other. Okay. Yeah. All right, John. Anything else to close us out here on this podcast?
It's okay if you're struggling right now. Things will get back to normal eventually, and you'll get back to. This is me talking to me too. Yep. I'm trying to but things will get back to normal eventually. You'll get back on your routine, and everything will be okay. So just make it through the next month or so, whatever it takes.
Right.
Be safe. That's the most important thing is your health, and you be safe. And if you put on a few pounds, that's all right. You know what to do to take them off.
I agree, man. I agree 100%. Hey, guys, thanks for joining us tonight, man. This is really fun. I appreciate this Friday night. It's a good boost. It'll take me through the weekend. It's going to be great to see all your faces and all your comments and everything else. We'll close this one out. And like John said, just keep your head up and we'll keep on moving forward. All right, guys, we'll talk soon.